Hello? Whoops. I forgot to turn my microphone on. What's up, Dylan? How's it going, guys? All right. Um, yeah, just playing a little classic little London here. What's up, Aiden? How's it going? Aiden says, I just checked my clock to see if it is indeed chess o'clock. It is. Let's take here. All right. Sorry, one sec, guys. All right, let's get our knight developed. Alright, our opponent just castles. Let's develop our knight and hit the opponent's queen here. Then we'll just bring the queen over, setting up a bishop knight battery here. Usually I'll just bring my rooks into the center in these types of positions, and then we'll just break in the middle. Yeah, we can actually double our rooks here and then push e4 here. Guys, let me know in chat. How's everything looking? How's everything sounding? Let me know in chat, guys. So yeah, we'll bring this other rook over, and then we'll play e4 when we have a moment here. Wow, okay, they just block it straight away. So I could move my knight back and try and kick this. I think if I move my knight back to kick it, thank you, Cloudy, and they push this pawn, and we push, they can take our pawn. So it's not really that impactful for us. I'm just going to continue with my plan to double these rooks. I have faith that we'll be able to clear this out in the future and get this pawn rolling. All right, so they're pinning the knight to the rook. So if I were to take and they would play pawn takes, my knight would have to move and they could take my rook. So that would not be good for us. I think maybe our setup here is a little bit wrong, but I'm going to push this pawn instead. If he were to take, we could take here. Yeah, and that's kind of what we expected at some point. I'm going to continue to try and chip away at these pawns. Let's play b4, b5. Maybe the a pawn starts to roll as well. Cloudy says I just did 3 games, 1 win, 2 draws. Nice, man. That's called a 3-game win streak to me. Okay. So in this position, we could push this pawn, takes and takes, and we're doing all right. We could also just keep chugging. It's a little bit more tempting to me. Could play a4 next, maybe. I'm just trying to break apart these pawns to sort of try and mess with his knight here. Um, but yeah, we may ultimately need to start rotating these rooks back over and around if we're not able to push this pawn through the center. And I think back a few moves ago, we had an opportunity to sort of push. Like here, we should have probably just gone for it. But we didn't. And now we have to live with those consequences. So I'm going to take this pawn, actually. Because, again, the whole point of pushing these pawns was to displace this knight a little bit. And we still have pressure on this pawn as well. Now we're just equal on material. We've got a passed pawn in the center that will be probably easily picked up by our opponent, but is what it is. So if I were to take, again, pawn takes, and then my knight's hit, and I can't move it because of bishop takes rook. Unless we want to sacrifice a rook. Like bishop takes pawn here, knight here, bishop takes, rook takes, then maybe we can hop our knight up into the center. But it's a little bit risky. to go for a sack like that. The problem is I can't play rook here because of the knight. So I'm just going to, let's take control of this file, and then I'll bring my rook back a square just to get out of this pin, and then we'll take finally in the center probably. Lazy Bum says, I'm thinking about going to Turkey to get a hair transplant. Is that a good idea? Yes. Well, I'd have to see your hair situation to really know, but I would assume, sure, why not? So we could play queen takes, rook check. All right, let's go for it. We'll just go for it. I'm not scared to play two rooks versus a queen, and we can play rook here next. We look pretty good, I think. So it's really important to keep your rooks nicely coordinated when you're playing two rooks versus a queen. So having these rooks in the same line will be key. Like, for example, if he pushes this pawn, trying to line up with us, well, aside from bishop check, we have rook back now also. Guys, we're going to be streaming until around 7, maybe 7:15 today. To kick the stream off, I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Poll is just going to be time control. Just put whether you want to see rapid, blitz, or bullet in the chat, or vote in the poll if you are watching on YouTube. But I'm reading all chats. Poll is going in the YouTube portrait stream. Okay, so we could play bishop takes now that the knight is free. I don't want to drop this pawn, though. I don't want to drop this pawn. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight here, queen takes. Yeah, there's no, like, compensation there. We can't play rook back because of the knight. Bishop here. Then our rooks get disconnected. But I guess we play bishop here, bishop back. What's up, Lily Thomas? So I'm going to go for that. I don't see a drawback to it yet. So hopefully it works. Then our bishop will keep this pawn defended. And we can play on with what we got. There's also like maybe just knight here going after some things. Well, now I like bishop back. Because, or just pawn takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes. I guess we end up with tripled pawns. I don't think I'm worried about that. Like, bishop takes, pawn takes. We'll hit the knight. The knight will have to move. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I completely missed that somehow. And if I go here, he just goes back. Oh my gosh, dude. No. Alright, whatever. I'll just go for it. I'm such a bot, dude. How did I miss that? Oh, bro is never hitting 2200. I guess he can just go knight here or something like that. Well, no, because of just pawn takes. Maybe bishop back, pawn here, and we can take. Okay, so if I take the bishop, he'll just take my bishop. Oh, this is like... Oh, wait, no, we have bishop here, though. But bishop here, he plays check. And then my rook hangs. Ah, sucks, dude. Let's keep our bishop protected. I'm still hopeful that he'll blunder something here and we can have something, but that is quite a bad hang right there. That is quite a bad hang. So this bishop is hit. When it moves back, we can kick it again. We also have bishop here now because the knight keeps our rook defended and it stops any checks. It's a shame just to completely hang a piece like that. Let's see what we can do, though. Opponent really taking a while to think here. So, guys, right now in the poll, we've got 65% rapid, 31% blitz, and 4% bullet. So no one really wants to see bullet. Rapid is kind of crushing in the poll. If you guys feel opinionated about it, go ahead and pop a vote in the poll. Whoa. Malloy, thank you for the $20 donation. Oh my gosh, thank you, bro. Holy. Oh my gosh, thanks, man. Can we get some W Malloys in chat, dude? That's crazy. Thank you, man. So if I play this fork, queen check, king here, or I guess king here. Whatever. I'm just going to go for the fork because I don't see anything else that could possibly, like, lead to me winning back material against this guy. If he plays a check like this, we go here, not here, because that way we're avoiding the knight checks. Hey, thank you so much, Malloy. I really appreciate it, man. Okay. Wait a second. We're winning something back here, right? I'm thinking bishop here. No, we just want to take. We just want to take. And then bishop here. No. Rook here. I'm just trying to think about what we want this to look like. I mean, I guess after bishop takes, queen takes, king here. Like, we need to figure out how to trade this down in the most optimal way. Like, rook here. Bishop takes, rook takes. Like, that almost might be my best solution, but then he takes this pawn. So after bishop takes, queen takes, he's hitting my rook and my knight. We would need to play, like, king defends the knight. It just feels kind of loose. I'll just go for this. Now after bishop takes, we can play like knight recaptures. Our knight protects our pawn. Our rook defends this pawn. It still feels pretty loose, but I mean, I'm just trying to hold on to what we got at this point, guys. We're negative 3 points of material. We have 3 pawns against our opponent's 5. He's also got queen versus rook and knight, which is obviously a pretty big disadvantage. But yeah, our only hope is basically like if we can somehow like attack his king, like attack this pawn specifically, or if we can fork his king and his queen. I'm gonna stay on this diagonal. There's no checks that do anything. I'm trying to maybe like just get to my rook so my knight can move. Or just to like feel a little bit more solid here. So I'm thinking like just king here, knight here. And then we can, oh, where am I from? I'm from Philly. Now we can take this pawn if we want to. No, we can't because of check. Hey, Malloy, thank you for the $5, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's crazy, bro. Malloy's popping off right now. Thank you, man. Arbaz said you need croissant. What does that mean, bro? We're just going to try and make this as tricky as possible for our opponent in these 3 minutes we got left here. We're just going to try and make this as tricky as possible. Hey, Malloy with the Unk alert. Thank you, bro. Seems that I'm back to being Unk. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Nice to meet you too, Lily. Okay, so I'm thinking we just take here, to be honest, but hey, Malloy with the flow state. Thank you, man. Or we could push, I guess. Or queen, knight takes, check, king back. I'm just gonna take. I don't know what to do here. I'm trying to keep my pieces as coordinated as possible, but after like check here, I'm already like kind of awkward. I got to keep this rook defended, but the rook's defending this pawn. Hey, thanks for the gold coin, Nick. So we could go here, I guess. I'm trying to get my knight close to his king and queen just to like set up any potential forks. Like I'm looking at check, king here. This would be a fork. Obviously right now my king is pinned though. So we need to move our king out of the way. Hey, thank you, Malloy, for the red card. Appreciate it, dude. I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I'll take my punishment. I'll take my red card like a man. I slide tackled someone from behind. Go for it, Lily. So check, like king here, this would be a fork. I'm just like praying that he messes up, basically. Go here. Or not here. He needs to go. Oh, there's no fork yet. Okay, so wait, let's play another check, maybe. Hey, thank you, Malloy, for the Sunday and for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thank you. Check with the rook. King takes, knight check. King here. Knight takes, pawn pushes. We don't even make it back in time. That's crazy. He needs to go here. He's not falling for the bait, guys. I'm not going to lie. Let's check him again. He can't. He can go here, I guess. We have a knight check here. King here. Doesn't do anything. Queen check rook here. We're fine. We're down to less than a minute here. If he pushes this pawn, we have check. Well, I guess he wouldn't do that anyway. Hey, thank you, Joe. Hi, thank you, Malloy, for the $5, man. Holy, dude. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the donos today. Do a horror game? Dude, we'll have to at some point. We'll have to at some point. Do you have any, like, suggestions? I don't know much about the horror games. Opponent down to a minute and a half here. And, guys, even if I lose this one, I hope I'm doing a good job proving the point that, like, playing it out is valuable. He has a check here now to pick that rook up. So that should be pretty much GG's here. Again, this is just wraps, but whatever. I mean, I need him to blunder a fork. That's like my only chance here. Down to 20 seconds left on the clock here. I need to get this pawn back somehow. I just want to play knight. If we could get to knight versus queen, I feel like we'd be pretty chilling. Not chilling, but we'd have more chances at least. Trying to bring my king over. Opponent down to 35 seconds here. Depending on whether or not he plays bullet. Hey, thanks for the $5, Joy. Stalker, or Malloy, I mean, sorry. Stalker or Outlast? This is too easy for him. He just has, like, yeah. We got him down to 20 seconds left, guys. We got him down to 20 seconds left. Oh my gosh. What up, Slay J? All right, let's get into another one, guys. Big shout out to Malloy / Joy for the donos. Outlast. Okay, I'll have to look into it, man. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. We go live with streams like this one pretty much every single day and post all the best moments onto our accounts. Hey, shout out Max for sharing the live. Appreciate it, bro. All right, it looks like Rapid's going to win the poll for today, so we'll do that. Oh, you got a dip, Malloy? Catch you later, man. Play Karo Khan next round. I could rip that. I'm not opposed to it. Let's take here. My thing is, like, I don't really play Karo Khan that much, so I'm, like, not that good at it. Hey, thank you, Graham, for sharing the live. Appreciate it. The pregnant man emoji is crazy. Oops. Sorry, one sec, guys. All right. So our opponent just goes back with the knight here. So I guess our move here is probably... We probably want to just keep developing. I'm just thinking about, do I want to castle long this game? Him having this open rook is kind of scaring me. I'm trying to get ready to play f5. I think we'll just go for it. I feel like our position is so set up well to castle long. Fami asks, do you play viewers? Yes, I do viewer tournaments on Sundays. Click that subscribe or follow button and come back on Sunday. You should have a pretty good chance to play against me. And if not, you get to just play in a pretty sick tournament. So it's a lot of fun. I'm just going to like allow this trade and just keep pushing here. Like, if he wants to play bishop takes, pawn takes, like, that's fine. I don't think it like changes the fact that we can castle long here and be in a good position. We probably got to make this castle happen here though. This pawn is hit twice. I mean, I could push my queen forward and defend it, or like queen to g7 also defends it. The problem with queen here is the knight comes in. I'm just gonna go queen to g7. This could help with pushing our pawns in the future and creating attacking chances. And for now, it keeps this pawn defended twice against their knight and their rook. Grandmaster, do you have any tips for new players? Just play a lot of Rapid. Play a few games every day. Stay consistent with it. I'll tell you how you'll get better at pretty much anything. And it's definitely also the case with chess. Lazy Bump says, I think I've won every viewer tournament thus far. I believe that's, yes, I believe that's accurate. So just getting, our next move, we really want to get this long castle in, guys. There's no more ways for me left to defend that pawn, so I'm just gonna rip my castle. I think if he plays knight takes, we can slide a rook over. And he might be in some trouble here, so I actually don't think he can grab this. Like, rook here, knight takes. Rook takes queen. Yeah, we should be fine there. We're essentially saying, you move this knight, we take your queen. His knight has no checks on my king here, so. But he could do something like knight takes, rook takes, knight check. I mean, he'll win back some decent material for his queen. I think he'll win a rook, a knight, and a pawn. So it would be 9 points of material for 9 points of material. Would be very interesting to see them to go for that queen sack. So let's see if they go for it. But right now we've got all this pressure. These pawns are going to start rolling soon. If he pushes this pawn, we can just take back. We'd maybe take back with knight even, hitting their queen. Could be nice. But yeah, we're just getting ready to win this material back. I guess he's actually technically winning 2 pawns, a knight, and a rook for a queen here. So he's getting 10 points of material for 9. But the queen is very valuable. It's kind of hard to put a point material count and everything like that in chess. How do you have the yellow arrow? On chess.com, if you click and hold right click, you get arrows. Okay, so he's saying you take my knight, I'll take your knight. If we start with rook takes, though, that point becomes kind of mute here. Now he can't take it, and my knight keeps that nicely defended. Next, we'll rotate our other rook over to the e file and look for some consolidation. Okay, that's interesting. So my knight is actually pinned to my king. We could play queen here. So after rook takes, queen takes, we're fine. We could bring our knight in to keep it defended. We've certainly got options. I think we start with this check, though, just to clear up those rooks staring at each other. And yeah, I'm going to start with just sliding my queen forward a square here. There's no rook moves or knight moves that hit pressure on anything now. And yeah, we just want to slide our king over next and just get out of this pin. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. And click like on the stream. Every little bit of support goes a long way. Our opponent right now is threatening a royal fork. But our knight does defend against that. Knight back. Yeah, I think as long as we get our king out of the way here, there's no real threats. Maybe he wants to play knight back, but now we can just take. So getting out of the pin is kind of relieving ourselves of a lot of these tactics that our opponent has available to them. What's our opponent going to do here? We're up a little bit on the clock also, which is nice. Maybe we start rolling these pawns. Not too sure. Okay, so this pawn is defended. Not worried about that. I'm actually more so looking at forwards moves that we can make. I feel like we just made a lot of backwards ones. Queen here looks pretty good. We're just kicking away this knight that's kind of loose and also kind of in our position here. And then we can start pushing these pawns forward. This would threaten a checkmate, but our knight is defending it, though. You know what I mean? But regardless, we can stop that knight from hopping in pretty easily with knight to d4. Now the knight can just recapture. We could also push this pawn at some point. I think rook here, rook to a1 I could see from my opponent. This pawn is also hit right now. Okay, hits our queen. I'm almost considering just going back or here. I guess this pawn is hit. So we want to keep that pawn defended. So I'll just go forward a square. Keep an eye on this pawn. But yeah, we could capture this pawn our next move. If he pushes forward one, we can capture this pawn, I think. Okay, let's see here. What moves does he want to play? Maybe pushing this pawn. I'm assuming he wants to get these pawns rolling and go after my king. Okay, he's going to hit our queen again. All right. He's kind of just doing the same moves here. Just fair enough. Okay, now we'll have some pressure on this pawn if we ever, like, bring our knight in. We're just essentially neutralizing our opponent's threats and trying to continue to make progress with our own pieces. Our rook is our last piece that hasn't really entered the game, so it's probably time to bring it in. We can also take... I guess why not take, right? It's the rook. We grab a pawn. Our knight can cycle back here if we'd like. Damn, we have 400 people watching right now on YouTube. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. So we could bring our knight to defend this knight. If we bring it back, we drop a pawn. Oh, no, we don't. It's a little questionable. Rook takes. Queen steps forward. I don't know. I don't know. This seems best, just keeping that knight defended. This pawn will be under fire as well. Like, for example, we could do knight takes, rook takes. Oh, well, there's no queen takes knight because the queen will defend it, I guess. Okay. I kind of want to just kick that away. Here, queen takes, knight takes is kind of the problem. We could push this pawn to keep that defended, I guess. Or like queen forward hitting the rook. It's also a potential move here. Queen forward, the rook goes where? Like here or here? Okay, I'm going to start with this. We'll hit the rook. And then we'll push this pawn forward to b6 to keep this defended. Because I don't think I can defend this with pieces anymore. So the pawns can hold it all together. But yeah, this rook has not contributed yet, just because our opponent has just been like kind of consistently setting up attacks. So it's been tough to get things fully moving here. Let's continue with our plan. The queen can't infiltrate because the knight blocks those squares. You might even want to like step our own. Oh wait, he's got knight takes pawn. I can't recapture because the queen is pinning. He does have knight takes pawn. Looking at queen back. They could check me, but I could just step forward. Gosh, I don't even see a good way to get my rook involved right now. Because, like, even, like, rook here looks good, but then he just forks. So, knight back here hits the queen. If he takes my knight, we check and we pick up his queen. That's kind of an interesting move. If he moves out of the way, we take his knight. So, knight here, knight check, queen, king forward. Knight here, knight check, king here to the corner, doesn't work. Knight here. Oh, wait, we can just recapture. So it would be knight here, knight check. King to the corner. Alright, I'm just going to play it. If the queen moves, we can take his knight. If he takes my knight, we discover check, and we pick up the queen. Oh, the discover check doesn't work! He's got a knight fork. Oh my gosh, guys. It's queen takes, knight check. King moves. Queen takes queen. Knight check picks up my queen. So I just blundered a whole knight. We're going to be down a pawn in the endgame. Oh my gosh, guys. No way I just blundered that. I mean, that's like not easy to see or anything, but like that's tough, dude. That's tough. Oh my gosh. I wonder if he's going to see all of that. I don't know. Like at a 2100 level, I do kind of expect people to see that. Someone saying forced draw with knight sack? I don't think so. I don't think that there's a knight stack. If you guys are... Ooh, what? Okay, so we could go king here. King here. Then what? If he checks me, we go this way. There's no check, actually. And now if queen takes, knight checks, we pick up the queen, we win this. There's no more knight fork at the end of the sequence. So this should be pretty much just GG's at this point. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. I live stream pretty much every single day. Always chess stuff. Okay, so check, or like check king here. Could just go after the knight, I guess. Or pawn push. If he checks, if he takes this pawn, we can just take this knight. We're just disconnecting the queen's defense from the knight. He can't take it because of knight takes. And again, if he takes this knight, we play a knight check and we pick up the queen. Opponent down to 1.5 minutes. We're at 2.5 minutes, so we're up on the clock here as well. Very complicated game, but I feel good about how we've played it so far. So we have knight takes. That looks very strong. I guess, is there a check? I don't see a check for him. Let's just grab it. We're hitting this. We're threatening checks. And our knights are edging closer to his king here. We have threats of our own for sure. Like knight here trying to play defense, we can check. And the king will have to move, and then we'll take this pawn anyway. Opponent down to almost a minute on the clock here. All right, let's play this check now. Oh, wait, we can't do this because the queen sees it. I just realized that. Can I play knight check? Not quite. Not quite. Let's bring our rook in, I guess. I'm just making sure he doesn't have... Oh, rook here pins the knight. Should be alright. Alright, now we can check. Well, okay, so check, rook takes, queen takes. Check, rook takes, queen takes. Check. King here. I mean, my assumption is I can run over. I guess there's no real need to rush. Oh, there's this check also. Check. Check, rook takes, queen takes. I'll just go for it. I guess he has a couple of checks, but I think... Oh, wait, but this will be mate. Check, rook back. Yeah, that's mate. On the back rank. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, there's no need to sacrifice the queen, but we'll roll with it. Hey, let's go, guys. GG's. Come on. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. Let's get into another rapid game. Okay, let's bring our knight out. All right. Let's bring our other knight out. Just playing some nice d4 here, just vibing out. Let's bring the bishop out into the game. Bishop comes back. How have I been liking rapid on stream lately? Dude, it's good. It's good to switch it up, I think. I think playing just blitz or just rapid is bad, but I like switching it up. It's fun. If he takes here, we can just take back with a knight. Improve our piece. We can bring our rooks to the center. I guess the only issue with knight takes is his bishop takes knight. I mean, I'm actually okay with this. To be honest, this bishop is so strong. I'm cool to get it traded off under any circumstance. Oh no, he's got forks now. Oh my gosh, dude, he missed it. Okay, is there any way to like bring a piece back so we don't get forked here? Um, no, dude. I guess we just gotta dodge here. He's got D5 or E5. Bomber. All right, I guess I'll take the 2 pawns for compensation. This is gonna be a long road back though, for sure here. I hate blundering in the opening. I guess we could. I don't want to push. Actually, that's a lie. I'm gonna get out of the way. I want to bring my rooks into the center. We do have a 3v2 pawn on the queen side, so maybe our best play to try and win here is just to push those pawns. Try and create a pass pawn. Okay, he's kind of forcing us to make a trade here. Kick that knight, create space for our king. And then as soon as the knight goes back, we're going to start our plan of pushing these pawns on the queen side. Hey, thanks for the star, Robles. Appreciate it. Let's push. Wait, do we have a fork now? No, because he checkmate. Oh, wait. There's no check. Hold on. Fork, there's no checkmate because my queen defends. Fork. Huh. Wait. Fork, knight check, the knight comes back. So you're saying there's a chance. I don't see how he gets out of this, guys. I don't see how he gets out of this. So if you guys think I'm a bot 2100 for blundering that, I think my opponent just also blundered a fork. So, yeah. Oh, you know what would be a funny move is like, oh no, he doesn't even have something like this because we're hitting the queen. I'm not getting mated, bro. My queen defends it. Pawn takes, queen check. I mean, we're staying alive. I'm definitely reclaiming that piece. It looks like he's gonna get a couple pawns back. Queen takes looks, or queen blocks looks pretty valid. We're essentially just building up some pressure here on the F file. Takes. If he, what's even the material count, man? Um, let's make this trade, and then I'll play rook to E1. It looks like we're equal material somehow. After all of that, I guess we have knight takes. Knight takes, bishop here. Queen here. Queen check. Okay, yeah, we can't play knight takes. Let's try and displace this queen, and maybe we'll have some knight takes tactics. What's up, evil low variance? How's it going? All right, we both blundered a fork this game in the first few minutes. Okay, yeah, there's knight takes, I believe. So I'm gonna play it. There's no like bishop move. Oh. Yeah, right. So my queen is hitting his rook right now, guys, which is kind of awkward. It's just kind of awkward, isn't it? Oh man. Did anyone else not see that right away? What kind of music do you listen to? Like white girl music, bro? Some Dua Lipa or some shit? Hey, thank you for the red card evil low variants. I don't know why I've gotten so many of those today. I guess I must have been a naughty boy. If I push this, he checks and picks up that pawn. I mean, I want to get this pawn rolling, obviously. It is a passed pawn. Check, king forward. Bang. Let's go, let's go. I mean, I think we're probably just going to, like, get in here and go for a quick checkmate. Sometimes that's the easiest way to win a game. But yeah, he's got 3 pawns versus our 2. And we've got a whole fucking rook, so. Yeah, we chillin'. You just missed taking the queen? Where? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Sorry. I'm just trying to infiltrate here. He's trying really hard to stop this pawn from pushing. Have you experienced any actual cheaters on your elo climb? Definitely, for sure, dude. But they get caught sometimes. They get like a message on chess.com like, "Oh, your opponent was cheating" or whatever. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but trying to go for a queen trade. If he refuses it, this is mate in 1. So his only move to not trade queens would be queen to a3, stopping the mate in 1. But then even then I have check here. Nah, like he's either getting mated or trading queens here. This is pretty GG's. Good game, guys. All right, we're at 2 in a row. Let's go. Let's go, guys. One second here, guys. Oh, sorry about that. All right. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. We go live with streams like this one pretty much every single day, and we post all the best moments onto our channels. Hey, thank you for the GG's Evo low variants. Appreciate it, man. Corello asked, "Do you ever play viewers?" Yes, we do viewer tournaments every Sunday. So just click that subscribe button and come back on Sunday. All right, we're gonna castle here also. Hey, thank you for the flow state, the goats. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hey, thanks Exotic for the high 5. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. You guys are going crazy with the donos today. I appreciate it, man. Getting ready to maybe play f5 here. I don't want to just get steamrolled this game. We could also play knight to e5, hitting the bishop and just bringing our knight to a better square. I don't want to fianchetto my bishop because it just kind of hits a wall. So I'll bring it out this way. Hey, thank you for the laughing disco, Sanjay. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Oh, that's such a blunder, dude. Because if we take back, he forks us. So I think we've got to push this pawn. We've got to kick this knight first. I think we just blundered a pawn, basically. Or like if he goes knight here, Pawn takes bishop. He could take this pawn also. So yeah, we definitely just blundered a pawn by missing this fork recapture. Can you elaborate more on the openings? Yeah, for sure. I got you, man. I usually play the openings pretty quick. Just I definitely can talk about it more though. Can you imagine how smart the person who invented chess must have been? What do you guys think? Do you guys think it was more like a lucky find, or do you think it was like he's actually like smart? You know what I mean? Like, what if he just accidentally invented like the greatest game ever, or she, whoever it was? So I guess they're debating taking this with queen or knight. This pawn is going to become very weak afterwards. So I think like queen takes, I'd probably play queen takes, knight takes, and then pawn to b6. With knight takes, I mean there's checks, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm still gonna play this move. Um Maybe we move our queen out of the way and slide a rook over next. All just basic stuff. You think that the person who invented chess was a mathematical genius? Buzz Lightskin says, "Nah, you don't just accidentally create a game like this." I mean, dude, you might be right. You might be right. But like, it's possible, right? It's possible it was on accident. I think. Omar says they need to update chess and add new kinds of pieces. B Buzzin says I suck at chess. Do you have any tips? Honestly, bro, you're probably just not. You probably just like aren't grinding hard enough. You know what I mean? Like you just got to play more games. Just play rapid. Play the slower game modes. Mix in some learning with the playing, and you'll improve over time. I guarantee it. I'm gonna take that. We'll just like open our bishop up here, basically. After knight takes, we can't trade queens though because we are down material. So I'll just slide my queen to the side, bring my rook over. I'm actually not sure why he's thinking so long about this. What site is this? I'm on chess.com. Okay. We're a little quicker than our opponent here. But we're down a pawn. So if you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. So we could kick this knight and then make a battery with our bishop and our queen. That's kind of a tempting idea. Like if I push this pawn, he moves the knight back. Bishop here. He can just push though. Oh, no, he can't. He can't. Okay, yeah, this looks like our best plan. I'm trying to just create some nice counterplay here. We can also just like push this pawn forward as well and just have like a lot of control here on the queen side of the board. What's up, Broth? Chris asks, what engine are you using on your phone? Dude, I'm losing. What do you mean engine? But yeah, bishop here next. And then we'll bring our rook into the center. We're just creating some initiative here. He can't push. We've got 3 attackers. And he's only got 2 defenders. He could push this pawn, I guess. If he pushes this pawn, I'd like to think there could be some potential sacrifices or ways to infiltrate in the future. Bishop here to hit the queen doesn't really do much after bishop back. Let's go rook here. We could double our rooks. We go for that. I mean, we could continue with our plan to double. We could play rook takes, queen takes. Bishop here, rook takes. No, that's not good. I'm looking at how this pawn's hanging as well. All right, I'm gonna save this pawn. If he wants to play rook takes, queen takes, that's fine for us. I mean, we're just down a pawn. If everything gets traded down, there's a lot of endgames that are drawn when you're down a pawn, so it's not necessarily the end of the world. Hey, thank you, Ali, for sharing the live. Thanks, Cole, for the thumbs up. Appreciate it, bro. Knight here, hitting this pawn and my queen, maybe. Knight here, queen here. Just keeping this defended. One piece that's not doing much this game is the knight for us so far. I would love to get it to this square. I'm looking at like knight here, bishop here, and then we rotate the knight in maybe. Something along those lines. Okay. I want to keep an eye on this pawn. I don't want to drop material. I'm thinking just sliding my queen over here. Seems reasonable. I mean, we lose our bishop and queen battery that we had a lot of tactics related to, but I can't afford to drop another pawn. We're already down one. We're already down one. Opponent down to 3 minutes. We're at 7 minutes. So we're doing a lot better on the clock here. I'm just getting ready to recapture here. Like pawn takes, pawn takes. We could maybe even take over this open A file if it opens up. Gonna continue to apply pressure with the clock here. Yeah, no shame in doing that. Let's take over the open file. If he goes bishop here, that would be a blunder because of queen takes knight. You're playing without a rating? No, I'm 21-23 right now. Opponent is 21-52. That's unfortunate. I'm considering going all the way back here. And queen here also. Bishop takes, queen takes. Looks reasonable. But then he infiltrates with the queen. Yeah, this is a good move from our opponent. This is a good move. Bishop takes, pawn takes is also pretty scary. Queen here, bishop takes, queen takes. Out of lack of seeing something better, I'm just going to play this. But there was no good options there. Now we're attacking his knight. And he's going to trade the queens off too. Let's be smart about how we do this. I want to keep this pawn alive. If we play queen takes, pawn takes. Knight here, queen takes, knight takes, knight takes. Knight here. I guess I'll just take an opportunity to bring my knight into the game. We're going to drop this pawn, but I think we're going to win a pawn back with our knight and our rook up here at the end of it. Maybe we can push forward on the queen side and create a passed pawn. This is going to be a tough endgame for us to draw or potentially win. Say that much. Okay, stopping my knight from hopping in. That does give us an opportunity to come back and keep this pawn safe. Or we could go on the attack and play rook here. I'm just going to keep my pawn safe. Now if the knight moves, we'll hop in. If the rook comes in, well, we're kind of just in trouble. Okay, let's develop our king into the game. If we can get to f6, our rook can move because this pawn won't need to be defended anymore. My opponent can't get in. Okay. If he can kick my knight away, there's checks here for him. Thinking about coming around this way. Opponent down to 2 minutes here. If If I step forward, I mean, this is pretty scary. If I step backwards, the issue is the rook infiltrating. And then we'd have to go all the way back. I think knight sack is out of the question here pretty much. Here, rook here, knight back. I guess that's our best option. Because, like, the knight can jump in to f5 at some point, maybe. Okay, he's threatening a fork. I guess my king needs to go backwards anyway. Oh, but if I go backwards, there's this knight fork. You know what? Sometimes you gotta just get your rook out of the way so there's no forks left. Plus, this is a nice open file for us. Opponent down to 2 minutes. Opponent down to 2 minutes. Can we win this game, guys? Can we win this game? Let me see your support in chat, guys. Let's go. Opponent's clock keeps ticking. Keep thinking, man. You got this. I like it when you think, bro. I like it when you think, man. Keep doing more of that. So, knight back. I mean, I think that there's drawbacks either way. Knight back, I'm just looking at like knight check, king back, and I think we're fine. And our rook can always come support our knight if we absolutely need it. But I'm just thinking about bringing my king back a square and then playing a check. And then like just trying to get in with our rook. I will say I feel a little bit passive and starved for counterplay here. You guys think my opponent's cheating this game? I don't think so. I don't really want to move this knight because then he just gets in. I mean, I guess that's fine though. I'm just going to keep this pawn defend. Oh, wait, the knight and the rook hit it. Oh, that was a bad move. That was a bad move. Is there a way for me to defend that? I don't even think so. I guess check and knight back. I might just try and get around with my rook here. I don't see any. I think my king is not getting mated here. I'm not worried about that. I think my king can just shuffle back and forth. Obviously, the big issue here is him taking this pawn and just being up 2 pawns in an endgame where, you know, we're playing rooks and knights. Rook takes rook mate is my idea here. I'm just trying to take advantage of the fact that his king feels a little bit pinched in right now. If he pushes this pawn, we fork. Okay, let's take. This is still a checkmate threat, guys. His king doesn't. His king would not have any squares. If I go here, he checks. We go to the corner. Here, there's the knight check. We can still run this way. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get mated here, but in reality, I only have 1 legal move, so let's just play it and stop thinking. Now this is not checkmate anymore because he would take my knight. I missed that. So I could play rook here to defend my knight. I could also move the knight backwards. I'm just worried about rook here. I guess king comes back. Okay, I think this is our most resilient defensive setup. We need to survive for 25 more seconds here, guys. I guess he goes with these pawns next. Wait, check, king takes, check. And we pick up the rook. Oh. He's too smart for that. Okay, never mind. So we just lose our pawn for nothing. I need to stop trying to trick 2100s, guys. I think it's a character flaw. Gosh, he is harassing my knight, guys. I just feel harassed right now. I'm almost just thinking about... Yeah, let's just chuck it. I'm just going to go for the promotion here. Check here. Promote. I mean, if I take this and he checks me, and we go here, he goes here, we go here. I'm just going to play it and we'll play quick. Is there a way for me to stop this checkmate? He's got mate here right now. My only move to stop it is rook here, but then he takes with the knight and checks me. If I go here, check here. Alright, this is the only way I see that I don't get instantly mated. Oh, that is mate. No. We had to play rook here. And then just run, I guess. No, dude. That was... we had a chance there. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate, guys. Oh, we could have promoted there. We could have promoted. Oh my gosh, dude. No way. No way we could have promoted there. That was a fumble. That was a fumble for sure then. Damn, dude. Hey, thanks for the GG's, Colt. Thank you. So, Caballo says, hey, new to the stream here. Do you all complain about cheating every time he's losing, or you all... Dude, listen, okay? He's at the very least stream sniping me. Does talking to chat increase the XP? What does that mean? Promoting was the solution? Alright, fair enough, fair enough. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. We go live with streams like this one pretty much every single day, and we upload all the best moments onto the channel. And I think I'm in trouble here. I guess I have to take. I didn't really want to trade that bishop off, though. But that was too much pressure. I guess this pawn is hanging now. But if he takes, can I trap? I can't trap him. What am I saying? Alright, we blundered a pawn in the opening for 2 games in a row, man. I gotta stop doing that to myself. I'm gonna slide my queen over to get ready to push this pawn and kick his bishop out. It's just kind of controlling too much of the game right now from that specific square. Guys, just so you know, even if I promoted there, it was still mate in 5. So, let's push again here. Takes and takes, and we continue to just harass his bishop. Trying to get my queen here so we can go after this pawn. I guess he just slides his rook over, though. And then I could play queen to f3 to maintain that pressure. This opponent is playing much quicker than the last one. This game shouldn't really come down to the clock, most likely. He's going here to protect this pawn. But I think I can take this pawn now. And we're hitting the rook. Okay, now where do I want to go with this? Because, I mean, I can go all the way back, but then he just instantly hits me. Weirdly enough, that could be my best play. Bishop here, pawn here, bishop back is probably good too. I'm just trying to find the optimal positions for my pieces right now. And then bishop back. And then it'll just have a lot of good flexibility. It'll always stay defended. Very weird game. It feels like the entire middle of the board just got traded down. And now we're just completely equal. We started this game off with just like a king's pawn opening. Slide back here. Hey, thank you, Chris, for sharing the live. Appreciate it, Beer Dogs. I mean, if this isn't one of the most equal positions you guys have ever seen, I don't know what is. I'm going to try and find a way to win this, but these are tough to find a way to win. So, if I go back, he just brings the rook forward. So that doesn't accomplish much for me. I don't know. I like the idea of queen here and just getting onto this diagonal. We could maybe set up some bishop-queen battery in the future. I also like the queen hitting this pawn, which is weak. My biggest weakness will be this pawn. He would have to get his bishop lined up with it, though. Not sure if my opponent just like wants to draw here or like what's up right now, but he's kind of just shuffling on me. Lazy Bump says, in order to win, you should consider checkmating your opponent. I could not agree more. Rook here, rook takes, rook takes, queen check here, bishop back here. Don't love all that. Bishop back maybe. Bishop back, rook here, here. I feel like I lack like a clear like best move right now. This is kind of tricky. Like queen here, I just get nailed. I don't know if I'm in like Zugzwang necessarily, but like I don't see a move that really improves my position. We could play check, queen takes, bishop takes, I guess. Like rook here. I can't even do rook here. All right, let's just trade queens. I honestly don't see a better move. I mean, this is gonna be such a tricky situation to like get a win out of. Okay, now we can bring our rook into the game. And hopefully like start to create some actual challenges for our opponent. I don't know, guys. So he'll go after this pawn, I'll go after this pawn. That's the game. If I can get rook here, bishop back, we might be in business. Check. If he goes back, we're chilling. Like, I'm thinking just like bishop here, and we'll just hunt this pawn. Bishop here. The problem is rook check, king here. Bishop check would win my rook. So we actually need different squares for our king to go to. Now after check, we have here. And there's no way for him to get his bishop. Oh, I guess bishop back, maybe? After bishop back, I'm not sure how we keep this pawn defended. But I could say the same for him. I could say we have bishop back, and how's he keep that pawn defended? He's got no way to defend that. I think this was a mistake. I think he really has to play bishop. I think he really has to play bishop here, rook here. Like in that order, his move order was wrong. Because his bishop can't come out this way because my rook is defending that square. How does he keep that defended? How does he keep it defended, man? Does that work? Like check and then we just slide the bishop back? The bishop has too many squares to move between, I think. Over here. For this. Oh, check. Yeah, let's trade. Yeah, I'm okay with this trade. Okay, we're up a pawn. I believe that this is meant to be drawn. My opponent's already offering me a draw here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and play for a win, though. I'm gonna play for a win. It is on paper supposed to be a draw, though. I know that. He's also got 5.5 minutes left, which should be, I mean, technically like plenty of time. Let's keep these pawns rolling. I'm not going to try to take too much time on this, but push. I want to play king here and push, but his bishop comes back. I don't see a way through. I don't see a way through. Like, my only way through would be to push here, but he's never going to let me do that. All right, it's a draw. It's a draw. All right, guys. I do have a 5-minute blitz tournament this weekend on Sunday, so I'm going to practice some 5-0 blitz. And yeah, we're at 21:45 right now. Our peak all time is 21:89, so we're not super far off that peak. Let's see what we can do here. All right, we're playing the reverse Sicilian. Opponent is playing very quickly out of the opening here. You do see this a lot in blitz, though. Drop back here. Okay, he's hitting our bishop. I don't love that, but there's nothing I can do about it at this point. Trying to get my queen to a better square to enter the game here. Takes, we can take back. Okay, let's push in the center here. Yep, let's push. Takes, pawn takes, we open the rook up. Oh, he's about to open up his bishop here. I don't love that. Let's continue to develop our queen here. I want to bring my rook over to e8 and our queen was taking up that square. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. We go live pretty much every day. Okay, he's about to trap my bishop, I think. Well, no, he can't trap the bishop. We have the knight and the bishop defending. Okay. There's no trap, so we'll just continue with our plan. If we have to keep our bishop defended, we could push this pawn. Also thinking about, like, if he were to take... Knight takes, queen takes is kind of tempting. Just sacrificing. I don't know. Let's create a spot for our bishop to drop back. Hit the knight. Now, we need to be careful because there's potentials for forks here. But if this knight moves, we take this pawn. And right now we're threatening bishop takes, pawn takes, queen recaptures. When did you start playing chess? Like 5 or 6 years ago. What's up, EGBK? Not playing viewers today. We do viewer tournaments on Sundays where you'll get a chance to play against me. If you would like. Bishop takes, knight takes. There's so much pressure that we could build here. Like, this pawn is just hanging right now. But I guess he goes knight takes, queen takes, then he can push. It's kind of annoying. That's a skewer. Oh boy, we're winning, guys. We're winning, we're winning, we're winning. He messed up. Let's double our rooks on this open file. Oh, and I just instantly blunder it back. That's so frustrating. No. All right, I mean, we're equal on material. We're pretty much equal on the clock as well here. One second, guys. All right. I want to bring my rook over, but I can't right now. I'm also very aware of, like, these... his queen and bishop are essentially lining up on my king kind of nicely right now. Queen takes, rook takes. There's no back rank because the knight defends. Did you just turn on the chess analysis on stream? No, no. For some reason, when you play on chess.com on like the browser version for too long, it starts to like lag. So I just have to like refresh my chess.com browser sometimes. That's all. Hey, thank you, JP, for sharing the live. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so I'm looking at takes. I mean, yeah, I'll just take. I don't think there's any reason to overcomplicate this. Again, we're safe from back ranks for now, but we need to be careful. Let's just preemptively create a square for our king here. We're at 2 minutes 50. I really like this square for my knight. This is my next move. I just couldn't play it yet because of the back rank threats. How old are you? I'm 23 years old. Okay, we can push this pawn, but then we don't have these great knight moves anymore. The trade-offs of chess. Knight here, bishop takes, knight takes. I'm just gonna have to go for it, guys, unfortunately. Now, if he decides to defend this pawn with something like rook here, we could either take over the open file or we could play knight back to keep this pawn defended. I missed this, guys. What? He misses it. Okay, kind of, though. Kind of. I guess we're supposed to just chuck the bishop. The idea is, like, right now we could just check and pick up my knight. I'll just take. I'll just take, and then we'll take this pawn. Okay. Damn it, this is checkmate now. I'm just missing stuff. I'm just totally missing stuff. My knight's hanging, and this is checkmate, guys. That's so brutal. I actually don't even see a clean way to defend all of this, guys. I'm not going to lie. Wow, dude. That's crazy. If you guys look at the analysis here, it's just like mate. It's just checkmate in a few moves here. It is just checkmate in a few moves. Let's get into another 5-0 here. That's a shame. We were literally winning that game by an exchange at one point, and it just fell apart for us. We missed that one tactic where he was able to check and pick up our knight. Sometimes it all just falls apart so quickly. Slide this bishop back. If he decides to kick our bishop away, we can just grab his bishop. Bring the queen out. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. We go live with streams like this one pretty much every single day. All right, we've got an opposite castling situation here. That means that we attack. I'm going to start by trying to open up this H file for my rook. If not, I'll take towards the edge and bring my rooks over to the G file. I guess that is also a possibility. Let's go after this knight. I'm looking at how there's a fork here right now, guys. I'm looking at how there's a fork here. Okay, I guess we can always take first and hit the queen. After knight takes, we can just find something to do with our bishop, I guess. Or like queen forward to give our bishop squares to run back into. Hey, thank you, Cookie. Appreciate it. Now there's no fork. If he wants to jump in, I'll just bring the bishop back and target this pawn on h6. He's threatening a check, but I can recapture. The thing is, my pawn is just tied down. I'm just going to push forward again here. Continuing to try to break my opponent down here. I'm going to try and get in this way. Yeah, he does have knight takes pawn. Oh, I messed up. We got to move this bishop. And then he'll grab this. That's unfortunate. Because again, the pawn can't recapture. I'll go after this pawn. At least we'll get something back. But we're losing this pawn, which is like really our key attacker right now. Very complicated game. Thank you, Keytug, for the follow. What's our opponent going to do here? 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Looks like our opponent still hasn't played. Just need some water. Okay. Queen here is my first thought, just keeping this pawn alive. If not that, we could go this way also. If we go queen here, there's no fork. Yeah, I don't see a clear downside to this move. I'm guessing he wants to push again. We'll have to push our pawn back. Pizza rolls must be done. See what he does here. We're threatening bishop takes. He won't be able to... I guess the knight really can't move because of that pressure. That hits the rook. Oh, no. Just blundered my queen. No. No, dude. Oh my gosh. Blitz is so brutal, man. I still have 3 minutes left. I should not be making mistakes like that. I should not be making mistakes like that at all. Should I resign, chat? Should I just resign this one? I mean, I guess I'll just take the rook. I'm looking at like rook takes, then we just check and we pick up another rook. Wow, why did he do all that? This hits the queen. I guess we just come back. Okay, our opponent's only +1. Our opponent's only +1, and we're up on the clock. I'm looking at like bringing our rook in this way. Our knight has some nice activating moves as well. Let's just stay focused here, guys. Okay, let's give our king an escape square and also stop these pawns from pushing too quickly on us. I would like to line my rook up with his king. So also give us like more options here. I'm thinking about f5 also. Opponent down to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Now this doesn't do much, so I'm not going to play it. I lied. I am going to play it. I am going to play it. And I already regret it. All right, we got to take back here. Oh, but then this and this are both hit. Oh, I got to stop blundering, man. This knight here. Oh, wait. This is probably our best move. We're hitting the rook. If knight takes, rook takes. We lose this knight, but then we get in, kind of. Oh, boy. Okay. We blundered. We're just blundering too much, honestly. I'm just trying to get this pawn back. If he goes queen all the way back, we've got bishop here. Oh, that's not good. He's just going for mate, probably. If I go here and he goes queen here, it's over. I gotta come back. If I play rook takes, queen here. Yeah, I gotta come back. I have to. I obviously want to, like, I want to grab that pawn, but it's just not in the cards. I need to move my bishop out of the way so we can, like, play checks as well. Stay on the dark squares for now. Here. Yeah, that's... Wait, that was just a free knight. That was a free knight. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? I could have used that free knight, probably. Ugh. No, dude. I genuinely mean this. I swear, like, back here, like, I saw that my bishop could come back. I saw that my bishop could come back, and for some reason I just didn't play it. Like, if we, whoops, oh, it's got, yeah, if we just took that, we were fine there. But anyway, let's get into another one. GG's there, guys. If you guys are new to the stream and enjoying, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. And I want to get back to my winning ways here. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's castle. Playing a nice standard queen's pawn opening here. And then we'll push in the center. We can bring our rooks into the middle as well. Oh, it was discovered. Check. I'm an idiot. Sometimes you get low on time and you just forget things like that. So okay, so I didn't blunder them basically. I want to push this pawn, but he was able to push and trap us. Now he can't because we created a square for ourselves. We don't want to go this way and get our bishop trapped. Let's push again. Maybe we can use these light squares to our advantage. Or like maybe we even like put our queen in front of our bishop and just go for like one of those old classic checkmate attacks. Opponent's taking a considerably longer time than us right now, which is interesting. Let's line up the pressure here. I'd like to play knight here, getting ready to hop it in as well. Like maybe we play pawn takes, and then knight into the center. If he kicks us out, he'll shut his own bishop down, and we can always reroute this knight somewhere else. Let's try and open our rook up. I still want to leave this rook in the center. Maybe we should have just doubled our rooks in the middle. Mistake. I'm threatening queen takes knight, pawn takes, rook takes queen right now. He sacrifices the queen. Let's go. And after rook takes queen, there's no back rank checkmate because the knight's back in time. Boom. He's trying to displace my knight, so he's got back rank mate, but it's actually still not back rank mate because the rook comes back. Which I'm just going to do. Let's just solidify things here. Now, my bishop sucks. My knight kind of sucks. We're going to have to fix that, obviously. Let's keep our pawn defended. Will chess.com count that as a brilliant? Probably not. I think it's not quite there. So my plan to get the bishop out is just to push this pawn, and then we'll move our king out of the way. Or we can go like this, actually. This is better. His king doesn't arrive in time because if pawn takes, bishop takes, or this. Oh, wait, no, I messed up. Can I... Oh, my gosh, my bishop's stuck now. I blundered, man. No, let me out. No, dude. Oh, my gosh, my bishop is stuck. This is not going to be as easy to win as you guys think. I need to get my king over to keep this safe to bring my rook over. Oh my gosh, dude. These games are ridiculous, man. If you guys are enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. Let's play e4 this time. These games are so ridiculous. I'm not exactly playing my best, but we're somehow winning a lot of these. I think we're still down a couple wins on the stream, but it's not as bad as it should be. All right, we get all our minor pieces out. We get castled. I'm going to bring my rook into the center now. Slowly improving our position. Let's make a spot for our king. Stop his knight and bishop from jumping in. Let's line the queen and bishop up with each other. If he ever pushes this pawn, we'll have tactics. Thank you, Impulse. Thank you, Audrey. Let's take... And we'll hop our knight into the center. He can kick us out. I'll just come back. Rook and bishop were attacking this pawn, so got to push it forward. I do want to kick this bishop out. I might play f3 to do that. It does weaken my king's defense, though. I didn't want any tactics where he kicks my knight and my bishop is weak. Let's... I think we have a fork. I mean, we're going to drop a pawn, so we're going to... Okay. Still going to take. Can I take again? No. Wow, our opponent's 22-30. This would be one of my highest rated wins ever. Which pawn do I want to take? That's the question. I guess I could play rook here first. I'll take the pawn on the edge. I don't know. I don't know which one's better. I'm going to go for a... Ooh, that would have blundered checkmate. Let's not play that. I lied. Let's try and get the queen off the board. We're +2 against a 22-30, guys. This will be one of my biggest wins ever. Okay, he's pinning us. I'll just slide my queen over. We need to just always keep an eye on this checkmate. Let's bring our other rook over, threaten this pawn that's undefended. Use all of our pieces. We're threatening rook here as well. Shutting down a lot of his action. He's going to have to go all the way back now. No, that was a deviously bad accidental pre-move. Oh my gosh. I want to push here. I want to create some counterplay. His bishop is really powerful. That's one thing I'm noticing here. Like, although I'm up in exchange, as long as that bishop is allowed to play the way it is, we're in trouble. Queen here, we get forked. Rook here, he pushes. Just have my queen keep an eye on both my rooks here. Push, takes. It's not great. Let's go after this pawn. We can maybe play queen here as well, trying to break through on multiple fronts. Trying to work my queen in. This is tough. This guy's defending very well here. This is going to be a difficult game for us to convert. We need to take advantage of the fact that his bishop, although it's very powerful, it's not able to really defend. So we need to try to infiltrate. Okay, I'm going to slide back. I'm thinking about rook here, queen to a1, going after this pawn. This guy is just ridiculously annoying. He's just so annoying. He's going to go back and go for mate again. I guarantee it. That should force the queens off the board, or he can go all the way back. If he recaptures with this pawn, we've got rook takes bishop. Wow, he's just seeing everything. Thinking about g4, potentially. Queen. Now we're threatening rook takes bishop. He won't be able to take back with this pawn because of the pin. If he takes back with this pawn, we've got queen takes rook. And if he moves... Okay. We've got rook takes pawn, I believe. If he plays queen takes pawn, we've got rook takes bishop. And there's no rook to c1 because of rook to e1. Y'all like that? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, does he doesn't have perpetual because of queen back also. Now we just need to make sure that these pawns don't become a queen, and we should do this. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. I'm trying to build the coolest chess community on the internet. Let's get it. Oh, you know what? You know he just resigned is because I have check here. That check here, check here, and that is checkmate Ington. All right, let's get into the next one. I love how everything he says turns out not happening. Yeah, well, that's, I'm letting you guys in on all of the thoughts going through my head, right? And sometimes my opponents are going to figure out what those thoughts are, and they're going to figure out ways to counter it. And then I got to think of new thoughts, That's how chess works at literally any level. Getting ready to castle long here. Let's get it. He might push here, stopping any tactics where I take. Getting ready to jump my knight into the center, bring my other knight behind it. How long to get 2,000? Should just tank a few more and get there. For sure. Ooh, they're trying to attack us. That's what that signifies to me. So how can we strike back? I would like to strike in the center, but he's got a nice control over it. This is definitely trouble. If I go here and he goes here, bishop back, pawn pushes, takes, bishop takes, we're fine. Okay. I need to be able to go through the center, which is going to require our pawn. So we need to play c6 and d5. So I was just making sure really quick my bishop wasn't getting trapped. It's not. We can capture back. And then we're going to play c6, d5 on our next two moves. Thank you, Bugly. J-Doll says chat switching up astronomically. Guy is cold. Thanks, bro. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I could take here. He would take with check or take with check here. We're fine either way. Or we could just grab that. I don't really want to grab it. I would rather break through the center. So I'm going to take. And if he just recaptures, I'm going to drive my bishop into the center of the board. Still planning to play c6, d5. Okay. We still got to stick to the plan here. Shoot, 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm having some lag issues here. I'm just getting a new browser open. This is just a chess.com bug. All right, c65. Let's go. Let's go. Abdullah says, "Hey, you want to play against the former Senegalese chess champion? Is that real, bro?" Dylan said, "I'm quitting chess. I just had a disgusting game. Disgusting in a good way or a bad way?" I'm using ChatGPT. Yeah. Yep, exactly. All right. We're up a little bit on the clock here. Not doing too bad. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. Let's go. Wow, our opponent's really thinking for a while here. I think he's very scared of our plan. He's maybe thinking, am I beating him here? Should I be castling short? Those sorts of thoughts would make sense. Okay, he's targeting this pawn. Just going to step my king forward and defend it. There's also positions where it makes sense to just bring the rook back over. Yeah, GM Gaming, but not for super long. That's probably why you didn't know. Okay, that's a lot of pressure for us to deal with. I guess our knight can keep it defended for now. We're kind of putting our king in jail a bit, but once we play d5, we'll be able to break out here. What's up, Alex? Can we win this one, guys? I want to win. I want to win. I want to get back up to my peak, which is 2189. Maybe push up towards 2200. Who knows? I want to keep my bishop in line here. Oh boy. Does it make sense for us to break in the center anymore? Probably not. Probably does, actually. This is tough. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. I honestly would like to get d4 in myself, just kicking the bishop out of line of this pawn. This is going to get really sketchy after this rook check. We might just be losing now. I think I have to run this way. I think I need to run out of the center. Let me just make sure I'm not getting mated really quick. Like after bishop takes, queen comes in. It looks like we're going to get back to e8 in time. This is not a good game though. We had a plan and it's not working. Which happens. Oh, ew. I can't take that because of queen checkmate. That's a really cool move, guys. Hats off to my opponent. I'm definitely lost here, if not getting mated in a couple of moves. I'll recapture with this rook if he takes with his bishop. There's no real check because of knight recaptures. I think we're just going to be down in exchange in a pawn, which I guess technically we could hold for a minute. We're kind of lucky it's not a better game. Dylan says, you blundered a draw, but that's not bad, bro. That's not a bad result. I get why that's disgusting, though. Hey, thanks for the follow, Mateo. Yeah, disgusting move from our opponent. He's down to 45 seconds, though, guys. Do I just activate dirty flag mode? Ew, what's he doing to me, bro? What is that? Queen takes, rook takes, king takes. Check. All right, so what if I slide over? He plays bishop takes, queen takes. Queen takes, rook takes, king takes. Check or check. Run. All right, let's just run. Let's just run. I need to play d5 or d4, I mean. If he plays pawn takes pawn right now, I'm going to be terrified. That's also terrifying. I think we just have to keep running. Oh, this is so bad. This rook can't contribute at all. Opponent down to 27 seconds, guys. Everyone lock the fuck in. Come on, come on, come on. I want to push, kind of. I'm going to do it. I don't want his bishop to contribute. Screw that pawn. Hit the queen. Rook here and rook to d8. Looks like a very solid defensive setup. It's these pawns that would win him the game in the long run, but does he have time with 15 seconds left on the clock? I blundered my knight. Guys, I don't even know how to survive a couple more moves. I'm going to keep it a stack. All right, let's have our bishop defend our rook. No, that's checkmate. Oh my gosh, dude. I needed to in this position the problem was my king is like when he checks I've got nowhere to go. I just don't even know. Like probably rook here. Oh, and then when he promotes I go like this. I mean, we're talking about surviving mate in 3 versus mate in 4 versus mate in 5, but that was definitely not the correct moves there, guys. Back down to 2130s. Let's try and get a couple wins here. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe or follow button. And stay on the stream. Let's keep this rolling. Let's go. Okay. Okay, we need space for our bishop so it doesn't get trapped. There we go. And because our opponent has committed so much over here, I'm going to commit on the king side of the board. Try and create some opportunities to grab some space back. I'll trade off my crappy bishop for his good one. Push. Let's develop our bishop and hit the knight. Ooh, I want to get this pawn push in. Let's try and rotate more pieces over. I want to use all my pieces. Knight here going after the bishop could be good. Like knight here, knight takes bishop, queen takes bishop to g4, something like that. Or just like knight here going after this pawn, honestly. We're hitting it twice. Now we can't take because of rook here. We need a pivot. Let's... Well, if I take this, he takes back with pawn, and again, the rook gets opened up. So we need to, I guess, rule taking that out of our potential moves here. Can I push in the center then? No, I can't. Move my rook over so that I can push d5. Pawn takes, bishop takes, rook takes, for example. Okay, let's take. Now there's no pawn recapturing. Slide back. If he does pawn takes, our queen actually opens up pretty dangerously here. So that's not really good for him. Pushing falls to bishop takes. Now we get to push in the center. I'm starting to like my position a little bit more here. Can I push again? I guess I need my rook behind it. We can push again now. Bishop takes, pawn takes. That doesn't do anything. Now we're threatening bishop takes, pawn takes, and queen infiltration. Maybe we need this rook on d8 as well, just to have another piece contributing to the attack. Okay, if this knight moves, we've got bishop takes rook, so we can't move that. All right, let's go in. Queen here is good also, I guess. I'll just go in. He's threatening like pawn takes, knight fork, I guess. I don't like that. All right, I guess we go here and then we push. I don't like the queen trade there. That's definitely not to our advantage. Now we're kind of just maybe a slightly worse position here. I want to get my knight there. I'm looking at a reroute where the knight goes like this. Hey, thanks for Chris for sharing the live. Appreciate it. I want to keep this pawn alive. He might go like this, going for a fork, also hitting this pawn. I'd have to play rook to b8, I guess. Yeah, similar idea. He's just winning this pawn back. That is a shame. Hey, thank you for the flow state 5s. Appreciate it. Let's keep this pawn alive. Rook takes. Knight hops in. Weird how he's doing this. I'm going to try and create an outside pass pawn here. Also open up some more avenues of attack. Let's keep going with our plan. We're both at around 2 minutes here. And then, yeah, then we get the rook behind the pawn and we push it. Now, we are down 1 pawn here, but this could be giving us some good compensation. I'm actually also considering rook to b6 to cut the king off. Could be nice. Let's kick the knight away. If he goes back like this, we can hop in with our own knight. Hitting this pawn, hitting this pawn. Let's take. Take again, hitting the rook, hitting a pawn. Oh, wait, but rook blocks. Oh, but rook blocks knight check. King here, knight takes, pawn takes. Okay, we blundered our knight. That's really a shame. Let's go behind the pawn and push it. We can also create a pass pawn on this side of the board. Okay, I'm going to push. I'm going to push. Okay, now we pivot over here. G6, H5, and we'll have a pass pawn on both sides of the board. And he'll push these pawns up the center, I guess. We're at a minute 15, opponent at a minute 40 here. I don't know if we're cooking here, to be honest. This looks very sketchy. Oh, wait, that's a check, though. Rook takes, we promote. King takes, rook check, king moves, rook takes. He blocks all of that with that move. Let's get my king to help that pawn, I guess. I mean, it's 1 square from promoting, though. Trying to win this pawn back. Trying to get my king over. Guys, I've got no idea what's happening here. How does he defend all of this? We only have 20 seconds left, though. Oh, it's a draw. It's rook takes, knight takes. I'm declining his draw offer. Ah, okay. All right, we scheme a draw out of it. We scheme a draw. Okay. All right, we still gained 2 elo points out of that, so not a bad result. And especially considering that it seemed like we were gonna lose, you know. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. We go live with streams like this one pretty much every single day, and we post all the best moments. I'm trying to build the coolest chess community on the internet. Drop this bishop back. All right, we're at 21:35. Guys, the reason I'm playing 5-0 Blitz right now is that I'm doing a Blitz tournament that's 5-0 on Sunday. So I'm just practicing. It's an in-person, like, over-the-board tournament. I want to bring my rook to this. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. I don't see this a lot. I'm going to stick to my plan. I want to be able to jump into the middle. The rook will support that. We're playing against Gladiator BSB here. They are 21:44. We're 21:35. Okay, this pawn is hanging now. I'm going to use my rook to defend it. This bishop will always keep that pawn safe. Let's jump the knight in. Okay, I'll just take the bishop, I guess. Oh, he might have knight takes, rook takes, rook takes. But then I have queen here, I think. Okay, we have to take with the pawn to hit the knight, I think. Now we have a chance to keep this safe. I like queen to d3. The reason being we can go bishop back and go for mate. But I'm now realizing he's got this knight fork, so... Okay, he misses it. Maybe we just push. Because bishop back here, and then we got no way to defend the pawn. I guess we'll just load up on defense. Don't love this position we're in right now. Yeah, and there's the fork that we were talking about earlier. I need to keep this queen on a square. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I guess because he's adding an additional attacker to that pawn. Yeah, so now we can take. Now we can take. I wonder what he's going to take with. Like maybe rook. Just trying to make as many trades as possible. Not too sure. Lazy Bump, ask and you shall receive, buddy. I got you guys. Okay, I can't trade queens probably, but I mean this should be just like a drawn. I think this is drawn. I'm just gonna play into it. I don't think there's any way that he's gonna. I mean, maybe I lose this. Let's just give it a shot. There's a check or king comes here to keep this pawn defended. Bishop back maybe next. Yeah, so we can't trade bishop for knight here. We cannot do that. Then we are actually lost. Ashton asks, is chess chessing? Yeah, I would say so. If we take this, he pushes this pawn. Bishop back, king here. Okay, so our bishop gets trapped if we do that. Let's not do that then. Let's hit the knight. Trying to play bishop to d3 just to have a little bit more scope here. Now I'm thinking I can take. Yeah. Let's grab. If he pushes, we have bishop here, and there's no pieces to defend this pawn, so the bishop will escape. We could play check, knight takes, king takes probably. I'm just going to continue to hunt pawns, though. The thing is, he can push. Take. I'm worried about... No, that push, I take this pawn. But we're going to... Okay, we need to create a passed pawn of our own. If we go here, he locks everything down. So I'm going to push g4 and then f4. And then we're going to push g5, takes, and we've got a passed pawn. We're still hunting this passed pawn. Our king is nice and active and in the center, which will help us. I guess we want our king to stay over here and help out. Let's push one more time so that way the bishop can defend the pawn. A minute and a half versus 2.5 minutes. We're going to have to keep track of our clock here as well. Or stay on top of it, I should say. Check, we take. I'm also looking at, like, if we push this pawn all the way up to a5, maybe we can play the bishop back and win this. Yeah, he knows what we're going for. Let's try and get this pawn. I think that if we take this pawn, we can bring our bishop all the way back actually very easily to guard the promotion squares. Like bishop here. Okay, now we go back. This might have been a bit of an overstep from us. Here, push, here. Okay, I think we need to... Let's get back while we have time to. Okay, there's no checks. Maybe this is just drawn. I don't like what I've done here. I think I was winning for a moment there. And I threw it away. I need this bishop to come back. Oh, this is not good. Oh, I misclicked. No. I misclicked. Now we can take. Oh, I should play bishop here. Again, that's just a... It's a bad move. Rotate back and forth. Oh, we had that one, man. We actually had that one. Thank you for the flow state, Zeke Squeezy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. If you guys are new here and enjoying the stream, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. Gonna be streaming until around 7:15. Maybe it's just 7 o'clock today. And I want you guys all here for my stream tomorrow. So click that subscribe button. Okay, let's keep developing here. Take. If he plays bishop takes, pawn takes, that's fine. I'm kind of flexible in which ways I can castle here. I'm just going to castle short. Maybe I should just be taking this bishop and jumping into the center. Bring my rook over. I want to break in the middle here. Let's push. Let's get out of the pin, but keep an eye on that knight. He can take in the center now. I don't have knight recaptures because of bishop takes rook. So we probably should have pushed or taken here. Yeah, we're just dropping a pawn. Can he take in the center here too? I'm just thinking like rook. Yeah, I don't think he could. I'm actually going to take back with the pawn here. I like the idea of taking advantage of this open file that his queen is kind of awkwardly sitting on. Yeah, and I'm down to trade 2 rooks for a queen in this specific position because I just feel like we're going to get it done. I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just like I feel like there's so many pawns left. When I have got the queen, I feel like I'm so good at picking off my opponent's pawns. Something like, okay, I'm not worried about that pawn. But yeah, it's time to hunt now. I'm thinking that pawn is probably pretty vulnerable. There might be some queen and bishop checking attacks. I think it starts with a little bit of movement over here. I want to play b4, a4, a5. See, we're already winning a pawn back here, I think. Queen takes rook here, though. No, that rook move does not work. Because my pawn would just recapture. But yeah, queen here. We work in coordination with the queen and the bishop. Okay, I'm going to continue with my plan of playing a4, a5 here. Not sure what he's going for. A5. Yeah, we're almost trapping his bishop here. I want to keep my queen here. Again, just going for this bishop trap. Bishop back doesn't work. We take. Yep. Guess he goes rook here, but then we just grab another pawn. And this is why I was telling you guys, like when there's a ton of pawns left on the board, like I like being the guy with the queen. I feel like I just always grab a bunch of pawns from my opponent. Maybe that's not Magnus approved, but now we're threatening to check and pick up the rook, and we're threatening this pawn. Now we're hitting this pawn. He could take our pawn as well, though. I guess we're not really hitting it because we're like in a pin or whatever. Hey, thank you for the $5, Malloy. He says I'm watching you in game in the chess app and on stream. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Bishop here is interesting. Can't really take this. Okay, let's just slide back. Hit the rook. We're hitting this bishop. I guess he has a1 as an option, but he doesn't have anything else. So let's say we took here. We take. He'd have to play something like bishop here to be tricky. I'm not really scared about that. There's no checks. That's the key thing. If he could check us right now, he could pick up our queen, but he can't. Okay. Okay, so now we've created a pass pawn. I'm just trying to set up my pieces correctly for us to push it, like get my queen out of the way. Now this pawn can get rolling. All right, let's go. Sure, we can just do just send a 1 minute game invite, Malloy. You've donated enough money today to get a match for sure, man. I don't know. I got you. Here, bishop here is my concern. Um. Okay, here, bishop here. This guy's making it annoying for me. Let me step out of the way. Hey, thank you, Brewer Boy, for the red card. Another red card. My gosh. What did I do, bro? What did I do? We're down to 1 minute 15. I gotta speed up here. Oh my gosh, I'm playing bad moves. I'm playing bad moves. I think just queen here, though, and then we can get rolling again, finally. You guys think this is drawish? It's a queen versus two rooks. That's rarely, from my experience, that rarely ends in a draw. Just because of human error, though. Right now, we're threatening to push, and we have, like, the queen and bishop hitting this. Let's see if he notices. Although I'm not seeing your game invite right now. If you want to play, definitely shoot that over. This is tough. I don't have much play right now. Just hitting both rooks, just trying to create pressure. I think king forward and... I got to speed up, that's for sure. I would hate to lose on time here. He's got bishop here. I need to get king forward, pawn forward in. The fact that it's on a dark squared bishop makes me so much more attackable. So yeah, king g3, pawn f3 are my next thoughts here. We're just going to have to take this. Yeah, all right, we'll just go for it. We'll just go for it and try and hold. This is probably a mistake for me to even go into this endgame, but I think with the light squared bishop, we should hopefully be okay. Never mind, we are not okay. Not mate, dude. Oh my gosh, no. Got you. All right, try it really quick. Guys, playing Malloy right now because he He did donate a lot today. We're just ripping a quick 1 minute here. Bro, you're just chucking. You're playing really quick, but you're losing all your pieces. I won't deny your speed. Won't deny your speed this game, but dude, you have to have pieces left. Oh my gosh, dude. Bro, all right. Good game, man. Dude, your speed is ridiculous, but you gotta do a better job defending your pieces, man. All right, let's get into the next one here. We got Georgie 2125. You just said get cooked, bum. Thank you for the 5, Joy. I appreciate it. Or Malloy, sorry. I don't know why I keep saying that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Let's get into our next game here. Still above 2100, which is always that mark that we try and stay ahead of. But I would like to push up a little bit. We were in the 2140s earlier. Guys, we're going to be streaming for around 30 more minutes. That's around 3 more games. If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to click subscribe and follow. I'm Mog, you crazy. Let's recapture. I'm guessing he'll just take that bishop. Oh, I hung my pawn. No. Alright, we'll just castle. Oh, I hung another pawn. Why am I playing so bad right now? Why am I playing so bad? Alright, let's just push here. I mean, if I go back, this is my only move. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Quick goon break. Need to bring my knight out into the game. I might need to kick this bishop first. All right, let's kick this bishop. We're just down 2 pawns right now, not down any material, which is good. All right. Lazy pump, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay. If he takes this pawn, we can take back with the knight and develop it. I mean, this game is obviously, it's gonna be tough to find a non-L here. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, Waffle Maker? All right. I just can't stop blundering pawns this game. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm going to try and take over this open file. We really, I mean, he just meets us, though. I mean, the way I see it is like we're going to need our rook pair if we want a chance to draw this game, because there's a lot of draws that can come from just having a rook pair. So I don't want to like go for this open file and have him just have a free trade-off on me. We need some sort of fork or tactic or something, though, or else we're just in so much trouble. I'm going to bring my king in so I can kick that bishop away. I want to push this pawn so that he doesn't have easy pawn movements up the center. But now that I'm saying it, he can still play it. But we'll undouble our pawns. Actually, we could take this pawn then. Oh, I cannot do that. I'm still going to go for it. I want to get this. I want to start trying to pick some pawns back up. I mean, what else can we really do? I mean, my knight's out of moves almost too. I can't do this because of the bishop. I guess I'll just bring my king in. Hey, thank you, Football Edits, for the flow state. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. I mean, this is just cooked. I'm going to try to trade as little as possible. I don't want to trade anything off here. My king is just going to shuffle for now, though. I don't have anything else I can do. Like, maybe I should consider bringing this rook back around. Okay, see, this is... If I go here, rook here... It might be getting trapped. I'm just trying to avoid trading it. I'm looking at knight here, trying to win this pawn back. We're down an entire minute, though, now. Okay. I think he traps my knight. Oh, if he plays bishop here, I'll resign. That's a bad blunder again. Oh, no, dude. Come on. Come on, dude. What the heck? All right, guys. I'm going to play one more game today. It's going to be a rapid game. When that's over, the stream will end. I'll be back again tomorrow night. So, tomorrow we're going to be streaming more so at our old usual time. I should say not really old, but our usual time of 7:30 to 11:30 EST. I want all you guys there for it, so click that subscribe or follow button. Okay, our opponent's playing the Scandinavian defense. We have doubled pawns, but we're a little bit ahead in how many pieces we have out. Hey, thank you for the 6-7 Football Edits. Appreciate it. Let's develop the knight. We'll castle short here. Let's castle. I might want to push this pawn. Okay, I might want to push this pawn just to stop the bishop from jumping in. He's trying to trap my bishop in now. If we push this all the way, if he were to play takes, bishop takes, we'd have some nice pressure. So I'm going to go for that. Maybe our bishop goes here or here. I actually like the idea of putting my bishop onto b2, to be honest. That looks kind of nice. Good long-term potential. Hi, Anand. Okay, now we can't push this pawn because it's undefended. So I'd say the bishop is undefended. When I bring my knight into the game, it hits his bishop, it hits this pawn. You'll also notice his king is still in the center, so maybe we bring our rook in and there'll be some tactics up the middle of the board. This could get very interesting for our opponent. I'm also looking at like queen to f3, adding another attacker to that pawn. If he went rook here, queen here next. Okay, so let's say I took this. He would maybe sacrifice or something. Takes. I feel fine after the sacrifice. So here, he can't line up. Okay, so here, queen here. Going for mate. And then we would push. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Queen here. Lots to think about here, to be honest, guys. I'm just going to play it safe and cut the bishop off. I think we'll get this pawn anyway. This will also help our rook get easily involved. Our queen's still got that square to come out to. Should be nice. I'm going to take this way, pawn takes, knight takes, because then we'll be hitting this bishop, which looks a little bit nicer than bringing it to c6. If they push, we can hop our knight in. Okay, we're up a pawn. Let's go. We've been down a pawn all day, it feels like. Finally, we're the ones up a pawn. I could see myself even just returning this knight back. We'll see what our opponent plays though. Bishop goes back. I'll return as well, going after this bishop. Our knight is just being a menace this game. I'm kind of worried about him going after this bishop here. I don't know what to do with it really. But I guess if he goes over, yeah, he is going for it. Well, I'll hit the knight. Maybe it's time for us to just trade the dark squared bishop off if it's going to be too difficult for us to use it well this game. Thinking about knight takes, pawn push as well. Dahuman says, low-key, I could beat you, bro, if I had an engine. Low-key, that might be facts. Let's take. Oh, we're just winning material here. Because the knight's got to move, but then we can just take the bishop. Oh, baby. We're cooking. Let's go, guys. Oh, no. Now I can't take because of rook takes queen. Oh, but I've got bishop back. Oh, no, but bishop back, knight takes. So I just got to move my queen then, I guess. Okay, I'm keeping this pawn safe from his queen and stepping out of the way of the pin. And I don't think it changes the fact that we can take this. Now, the downside is we're going to have very ugly tripled pawns, but is what it is. I guess he hops in like this, probably targeting this pawn. But then we would have bishop back. I actually think he's got to just go backwards here. Guys, this is my last game of the stream, but we will be live again tomorrow night at around 7:30 EST. So click that subscribe or follow button if you're new here and enjoying this stuff. I'm guessing this is one of those moments where our opponent's about to just tank for 67 minutes and then just abort or whatever. But we'll see. It is 10-0. It is 10-0 rapid. This is the risk of playing 10-0 on stream, by the way, guys. Like, usually I stick to Blitz because, like, stuff like this happens where they just think for forever and it just totally slows down the pace of the stream. Now we come back and hit the queen, and we are just up a full piece. We'll push up to c4, stopping the rook from taking anything. And yeah, lights out. Lights out. I could even play... Nah, let's just push it. And then the queen is in line with my rook, so I can't lift this rook like I want to right now, so we're going to have to do something with it. Okay, I'll just go to the corner. Hey, thanks, W. Charles. Sup, Taiwan. Take. Trying to get to this pawn. Setting up a new threat. Thinking about queen here, just going for this very basic checkmate idea. There's also just like ideas to kind of go for consolidation. Like rook here, threatening check, king takes, rook takes queen, looks pretty reasonable. Bishop check, king takes, rook takes queen, rook takes, and we're just completely winning. People at this level should learn to resign. Dude, it's hard to get into the 2000s when you do resign. You should play every game out until you're convinced you're lost. My opponent still has a queen and 2 rooks on the board. That could be plenty. You better know how to knight bishop checkmate. Agreed, bro. Even at my elo, most people don't know it. I learned it. I don't know if I've ever pulled it off in a game, though. Especially when you're down time. Hey, thanks for the GG's, Brewer Boy. Appreciate it. Our opponent's really milking the clock here, man. Okay. I mean, I'm still like kind of looking for some trades, to be honest, but hey, thanks for the gold coin, Brewer Boy. I'm gonna try to get my queen up to g6. Get in this way. He actually is like no, like if I had a free move to get here, he'd have no way to get out of it. He would just have to like start running. Maybe I want to take over this open B file just so that there's more checkmate threats. We're just absolutely hunting a checkmate right now, guys. Hey, thanks for the floating heart, Brewer Boy. Brewer Boy. Again, guys, this is my last game of the stream. So if you guys are enjoying, don't forget to click that subscribe and follow button. Hey, thanks for the press F, Brewer Boy. Thank you, man. Check. King forward. Okay, he's not going to go forward yet, it looks like. King here. Rook checks. I guess he just blocks with the rook. But I can't do this rook check, actually, because of the queen. Alright, I guess I'll just trade. I guess I will just trade. Trying to get in this way. He's trying to line up some checkmating ideas here. So, like, for example, I couldn't just take this pawn because of this checkmate. Check. My queen just will always just stay on this diagonal, though. So, not really a problem. We'll just bring our rook over just to be better safe than sorry, I guess. Pick this pawn up. Should be resignation coming soon here. Take. Oh my god, is he a perpetual after rook takes? He might have low-key had rook takes, queen check, rook block, queen check, rook block, queen check. That might have been perpetual, like if he did rook takes. But maybe he's just, maybe my queen is just getting to the square it needs to get to anyway. I don't know. Something we probably should have thought about longer. Let's check here. Check. I guess we can just come around this way. Take a pawn, I guess. Fine as well. We'll just keep grabbing pawns. Why not? Why not? We're now threatening to check and pick up his queen. His king would not be able to step back to defend it because of the bishop. Two minutes left here, guys. Last game of the stream. Let's win this one and end on a good note. Not really much to be worried about. I think we found like kind of the optimal defensive setup here. Check. King's got to go back. I'm out of checks. I'll just come all the way back. Opponent down to a minute 45 here. Skewer, says Jason. Okay, okay. Interesting. Among says you had forced mate if you sack the queen and bishop, it doesn't work. Dude, I'm not going for anything crazy right now. Check. I'm guessing he wants to play check, king takes, queen checkmate here. That's crazy. I'm not falling for that, boy. I'm no sucker. We're just going to need to, like, push a pawn, probably, or something. We could do rook checks now. It's almost checkmate. It was here, queen check. Is that mate? Well, that's kind of a... Oh my god, it's not checkmate, though. Rook. Whoops. We could do rook check. Because then it would force queen takes, bishop takes. That looks like our most sensible option here. All right. Check. Check. Opponent down to 45 seconds. I can already tell I'm winning this on time, dude. This guy's such a thinker, man. Such a thinker male. Should have just traded maybe. I could beat Magnus Carlsen in this position, man. I don't know why this guy's trying to drag this out. Rook takes, by the way, check is a fork there. He could probably take that one. Okay, guys, that was my last game of the stream. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. And go check out my new YouTube video, which I just released yesterday. It's a pretty fun one. It shows me hitting 2100 for the first time and all the highs and lows that happened around it. So yeah, go check that